Hello everyone, Ethersong here, and in today's video I'm going to be looking at the character creator from the Benchmark software for Blue Protocol. So let's get started. So starting off right away, we have two different options. We can choose between a male or a female character. So we have the male and then the female character, and there also are lighting settings to adjust the time of day. You can turn on and off clothing as well. And then you can change between different poses. I think this was the base pose. Yeah, and then you can also zoom in and out and kind of adjust the position as well. Overall, it looks pretty good. I think I'm going to start with the female character and let's see what it looks like. So we'll go into more detailed settings. So right here we can choose between different faces, but there also are preset options for those who want to have a preset to start from. So I have various different presets here. This is the one way to kind of start your character out. You can start with a preset and then adjust it from there if you want. But we're not going to do a preset today. If you want to apply it, you can. Otherwise, you can just stay with the normal settings. If you do apply it, this is what happens. So let me just choose one of these. So you can apply it. And then you go here, but then you can also adjust it more, like fine tune it as well. Next we have the face features. So for the face features, there are three main faces to choose from, and also based on the face, it seems like the body size also is linked to it. So for this middle face here, you only can have small characters, because I guess it's like a younger face. You can adjust height somewhat, but it is limited, so you're not going to be as tall as these other characters looks like. And also for these, they have a medium and large size, it looks like. So you can make larger characters if you choose one of these faces. Otherwise, if you have the smaller character, it'll be like this. So we're going to kind of just stick with this character for now. We'll go with the medium size and we'll keep the height in the middle. And also you can choose between being skinnier or plumper, it looks like. So I guess these are some options as well. We'll just keep everything kind of in the middle for now. And also we have the breast slider, so you can choose your breast size if you want as well. We'll just kind of keep this in the middle as well. I see what this does. it jiggles things. This is just funny. They added you can check the physics of the game. So if you want to check the physics, go ahead and check the physics. We got different poses as well. You can check the physics during different poses, I suppose. That's just funny. Okay. So we'll get back to, yeah, just making the character. I think I'm going to stick with this face for now. We have just, yeah, normal settings, and we'll keep moving on. So for here, we have different hairstyles, it looks like. So we have a standard hair. We have this hair as well. This one. Okay, there's a lot of like different hair options. So what do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. I think there's 14. And then there's, I think, a few more inside the beauty salon inside the game. So some paid options for hair as well. They're going to be coming out later when the game releases. This software itself only features character creator that you can see right when you start the game normally when it comes out. So it's just going to have the basic features, and you're able to export your character you made here for the game when it releases as well, which is really cool. So let's keep looking through these hairstyles. So I guess you can kind of change how the character's, I guess, facial expression kind of looks in some positions for some things. So we'll stick with this one for now. And we keep going through all the hairs. All right, that looks like all of them. So what do I want to go with? Maybe I'll go with this one for now. And then we have some options here. So we can have two-tone colors. So the main color and a sub-color. And how does this work? I see, so it has a gradation, right? If that's off, it's just one color. If it's two-tone color, then we can have kind of a gradation between two different colors. We can adjust how bright or how dark it is as well. So I could have maybe, we want to do like red tip. I think you can adjust the position as well, right? Oh, you can kind of have it clear cut between the two, or you can have it a longer gradation going all the way up. Kind of have maybe just like a red hair, and then maybe, I don't know what I want on top. Like a bluish kind of color. Kind of have a contrast between these two. Just see what it kind of looks like. Yeah, so that's kind of stuff you can do with these. Like I said, the brightness adjustment and also the gradation adjustments are there. You can also just turn it off if you don't like it. Otherwise, for example, I could have maybe like a whiter different color down at the bottom as well. Oh, that doesn't look too bad. Yeah, maybe let's go with the white at the bottom and like the blue at the top. So we'll do something like that and keep moving forward. So for these, we have some clothing options. And these are not saved when exporting. Do not believe. These are just like standard clothing. What do you want to start out with? I think there's two main options. For this benchmark software, you can also change the clothing later on. So this is one option here. And then the other option is this. And you can also kind of mix and match as well. If you wanted like shorter shoes or like the other lower clothings like the skirt and whatnot. So maybe we'll go with this clothing option to start. I guess there's this one as well. Sure, we'll try to kind of mix them. We'll do something like that. Oh, and there's the underwear options. This is what they were always talking about in the streams. I'm like, what are they talking about with underwear? So I guess there's going to be like options for underwear as well. So you can choose which underwear option you want. I'm guessing these are going to be more things added later. Maybe like swimsuits and things later. I'll have to keep an eye out for things like that. Oh, and I guess there's just basic clothing sets. If you just want to do, I need to turn the clothing back on. If you just want to switch between the clothing sets itself, you can switch like that. And like I said, you can also mix and match kind of the clothing sets as well. And if you don't want the hat, you can take it off. I think I'll take it off for now, but yeah. I guess in the game, it was kind of like better to choose in the beta test. It's better kind of just to keep with the hat because then you could like hang on to it. You could always unequip it later. But this is all just cosmetic appearance stuff. So we're going to keep moving forward. So that was some of the clothing options. Oh, wait 1 second. I want to go back one more. So that was the clothing, but I kind of skipped ahead, didn't I? I didn't go through all this stuff yet, so we're coming back here. We have the skin color options. And these also have options between brighter and darker colors. And also you can kind of change the time of day to see what it looks like at night or early morning, because that can kind of change how your character looks quite a bit. And also there's a face type, it looks like. Kind of, I guess the chin. Maybe just stick with kind of like the standard kind of look here. Let's go back to middle of day. And we got this, so yeah, I don't know, I guess I'll just kind of stick in the middle with all these settings for now. For eyes, we have a variety of different eyes to choose from. So 3 different main eye types. And then we have the eye lashes. So a few different these. And you have these be bright as well. As you can change the angle of the eye as well, which kind of changes the appearance. You can do stuff like that. guess the standard angle is just like right in the center there. Then we have those eyes. So I think we'll stick with this for now and kind of change how the character is looking. We'll stick with this one for now. And we have different eye types to choose from. These are kind of interesting. It's kind of like cat eyes. We'll go with those. We have this. We have 2 different eye colors if we wanted to. So we could do that like on, and then you have lots of different. So even like the basic eyes, you have 4 different colors to choose from, it looks like. So you have the main color. What does this one adjust? Let's see. So that kind of adjusts that part. Okay, so this color 3 is like that bottom kind of like highlight. Maybe have like yellow down there. And this color 4 is kind of like the top highlight. Have maybe like lighter color up there. That, and then for color 2, it's kind of maybe like, this is, so I guess color 1's like the whole eye kind of. Oh, I see. So what do we want for that? Like, I guess kind of like the inner. I guess it's still like, it's like the pupil kind of the eye, I think. There's a lot of different ways to adjust this. So we're just going to kind of play around with it a little bit, but we'll keep that kind of black. And then for this, I think this is just like the main color for the color 2. So what do you want the main eye color to be? So I could have like red eyes if I wanted to, or like kind of orangish eyes. And then also you can always do the, what was it? I guess there's more basic color settings as well if this is just like overwhelming. But then there's also the 2 different colors you could choose from. So I could have 2 different eye colors. So if I wanted to have one, for example, maybe like one being like a yellow and another one being like a bluish color. So that's also kind of a possibility. And for this yellow one, let me change this. Yeah, so you could kind of do that. You kind of have unique eyes, which is pretty cool. And then for eyebrows, I guess there's a few different eyebrow options as well, and you can kind of adjust the angle and the brightness if you wanted lighter eyebrows. That's something as well. We can do something like that. It's not looking that bad. We'll keep moving on. So we have noses. Mouth options. Wait, we want to change the expression, don't we? It looks like we can kind of have the character's mouth open to kind of see what the mouth looks like here. So I guess it's like smaller or kind of like larger. Let's kind of keep it in the center. And for the nose, kind of changes the side of the nose there. So if I wanted to, could have like a more rounded nose like that. So that's an option. That's looking pretty good. And what do we have here? Some like makeup kind of like options. So you can have like lipstick things on. You can have 1 point. So like you have like moles. You can, I guess, adjust the position as well. You can have scars. And what is this? You can also adjust the color of some things. So adjust the color of, I guess, of this scar part. I guess you could switch like the mold position around. So you could kind of do something like that as well. And there's different colors for the scars as well, it looks like. And there's also freckles. So a few different options here. Lip, what do we have? Like highlight? I don't know what the highlight does. Maybe I need to have my character close their mouth. Oh, you can hang it, have like a little specular kind of highlight appearing there. We'll keep that off for now, but let's see. So for this, yeah, you can see it a little bit more there. So if you wanted to have a character with lipstick or something like that, it's possible. There's also, I guess, the different color options as well. And this as well has the brightness and saturation to adjust as well. It sticks off, and then we have some, was it like face paints here? I guess it's like more like kind of makeup options. So kind of like a star, and looks like you can flip them around as well. Which is pretty cool. If I wanted to, I could have like this be white, I think. It's kind of whitish. Yeah, so I could do like something like that as well. If I wanted to have some kind of like face paint kind of thing going on. And I guess you could have two things. So you could have double, two different options kind of applied. So that's something to think about as well. And then you have voices. So let's kind of zoom in for a moment here. I got my character here. Yeah, I think that turned out pretty well. So let's look at the voices over here. I kind of got distracted. Yeah, but that's looking good. And I think there's the character viewer as well, which we can look at later. So, 6 different voice options, which is pretty good. Sounds pretty good. Sayonara. Sorehodo demo. So yeah, we got a few different voice lines as well. So we'll just stick with maybe this voice for now, but you can always adjust it later. So we got this, and it's looking good. And then we'll move back to the clothing. So that was the clothing. We already went through this. And then there's finally just a name for the appearance to save. So this is not the character name for the final game. It's just for this character creator. So we'll just have this as Ether 1 for now. And here it is. So we have this here. And we can take a look at this character. So we can change the clothing as well. So there's a couple different clothing sets available. Just looking good. I could always try out one of these clothing sets. Is there a, I wonder if there's a good one. Or I could always just start with this beginning one as well. But yeah, so there's different clothing sets to choose from. That's something to play around with later. And then there's the character viewer here. And there's also, I guess, options to edit and then a character export. So let's look at the character viewer real quick. So it looks pretty good. And I guess there's a couple different gestures we can do. It's looking good. Clap. Can dance. I love dancing in this game because it automatically syncs up with other players. So if you start dancing and there's other people dancing around you, you'll end up dancing in rhythm with them. So I guess that changes up clothing. You can turn on and off different parts of the clothing. I guess that's for shoes. You can change the clothing right here as well. That's kind of neat. What options do we have? Yeah, I could like turn off that and then like take off the hat there. Doesn't look bad. So we got our character here. Let's go back kind of the midday. About like nighttime. It's kind of a different kind of appearance, yeah. I guess you can take off like gloves and whatnot as well. That's looking good. Overall, it's looking pretty good. And also there is a screenshot feature as well. Take a screenshot. So yeah, it gets saved to the screenshot folder. And if I click this again, it'll stop, yeah. Oh, you can also change the poses. Yeah, just like before. A lot of different poses to choose from, and it's looking good. I'll take a screenshot like that. Yeah, so that's looking good. Overall, I think that covers the main part of the character creator. And also you can do a lot of other features with it as well. It has a party viewer feature. So let's take a look at that. This, if you make multiple characters, you'll have multiple characters shown together in in-game locations. It's pretty cool. So we got my character right here. If you had other characters, you can kind of switch around their order. You can kind of change the time of day. Kind of like nighttime in Astraleads here because of the lighting with the city lights and whatnot. In the evening, middle of day. Is this also what it's like? What time of day is this? Maybe like early morning? And this would be middle of day. That looks pretty good. I could also change the character's position, have it with the cat. But standing there. Moved over there, stay there. Oh, here's me at the crafting station here. Looking good. What are other positions we got here? Got one over there, dancing. Clapping. And also you can just like take photos as well with this, which is fun. The final game release will have an actual kind of like a photo mode feature where you can change around camera angles and whatnot. This is a more kind of a simplistic fixed position kind of thing, but you can see kind of different in-game locations, which is fun. Here's my character negotiating. I think this is like the dye shop right here, so you can like dye your clothes. How does lighting change indoors? Doesn't change super much, doesn't look like. What's the character doing over there? It's kind of funny. Oh, this is a nice view as well. Here you can really see the time of day shifting. Everyone's just kind of looking out at the sea. Everyone would be lined up. Yeah, so this is something to kind of come back with more characters are made. Middle of day, the evening, having the sunset there is really nice. And that nighttime. Yeah, it's a nice scenic kind of view. And one other location. It's like at an inn. Everyone's kind of sitting down at a table. Kind of gathered around talking. Looks nice. You get a little bit of change, but once again, it's indoors, so lighting doesn't change things too incredibly much. So that's what the party viewer looks like, but yeah, normally it's something you kind of go to with when you have made multiple characters here. So that's something I'll probably return to later. Otherwise, we have the male character, so let's kind of go through the male character real quick here. Overall, it's pretty similar. You have different presets. Here, I'm not going to apply them currently. And we have 3 different kind of like face, like appearances to choose from. Save the younger one, older one. Maybe go with like this one. Kind of make a character like that. And then you can kind of use like slimmer or more muscular. And you also have the height options as well. You have the hair kind of shake. Oh, I went ahead again, didn't I? Let's go back again. Yeah, so that would move to the clothing, but so let's go back to the other clothing for now for a moment. Here's the hairstyles. So we got one there, there. Looks like you can flip them around as well. So various hairstyle options. There's also the two-tone color as well with this. And this is the same thing where you can kind of have it a clear-cut difference if you want. So I think we'll just do maybe something like this to start. Sure. That's kind of what the character looks like. And then you have some other options here. So I guess this is the clothing again. I need to stop jumping ahead. I just want to click that button. Yeah, the face features here. What do we have? The skin color. Once again, like the chin. Different eye features, and you can adjust the angle as well. So you can make them kind of angry if you want. Kind of interesting. You have just like the eyelashes again. And various different eye types. These seem, I think, are similar to, maybe I think they're the same as the female characters. And once again, different eye settings here. We went through these before, so I'm going to be skipping over them. But I guess for the eye colors, I guess one of the main differences is I think the male eyes are a lot smaller than the female eyes, so it's not as pronounced. These like color differences. The female character's eyes are a lot bigger. Noses are a lot smaller, so there's some differences between the genders like that. We have the mouth options, some nose options here. Things like that. We have some more like kind of scars you can put on. A scar like that, and then we can have beards. It's like 3 beard options. You can have lipstick as well, and then you have various paint options. So these are the same, I believe, as the female characters. And once again, you could choose between 2 if you wanted. And we have the various voices. All right, so that covers the main things, and we have different poses once again. And then we can move forward. There, clothing. 2 different main styles there. And for the underwear, I guess I need to turn off clothing for that. I guess there's 2 different styles for this as well. Kind of do some mix and matching with this stuff as well. I think we're just going to go with one of the sets. Maybe with that set. It's looking good. And this one will just be Ether 2 for now. And now that we have 2 characters, if we were to go back to the party viewer, we could see both characters together. Characters back there. I guess you can adjust their position as well if you want them to be together or doing something else. I don't know what they're doing. Have everyone looking out at the sea. Be together in the inn, like a tavern. But yeah, I think it covers just about everything with the character creator from the Benchmark software, and also some of the other features, the character viewer and the party viewer that came with it. Let me know what you think about this in the comments and try it out for yourself if you're interested. It's released right now, and I made a video explaining how to download and install the software. So if you don't know how to do it, take a look at that video as well. As always, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!